Peng goes in transition. Peng goes to the hoop. Can't finish, and Smart is right there to clear. Nash at Karnowski, right around him. Count it, and the foul. And a turnover. Here comes Marcus Smart. Nash on the pass, goes to the hoop, off glass and good. Karnowski back in there with 3.
Ellis steps out. He is short. Now Marcus looking for daylight. Selden did a good job of cutting him off. But it's Nash coming on the inside on Tariq Black. Smart's having the best of it because they're not trying to do anything with Wiggins. Nash fades, and Oklahoma.
Nice left hand.
Yeah, on Oregon, redshirt freshman. I think you reported earlier this year.
Yeah. Dad Richard was played at Oregon State, I believe.
And friend, as a result, the Jayhawks now have 9 turnovers to only one for Oklahoma State. Big difference there. Nash drives, stays with it, comes back. And he's been less than 100% here this afternoon, too. Nash drives it home.
Guys, he was tired before he entered this tournament. Keep in mind, in his last 10 games, he has averaged 39.8 minutes per game. The kid has played his guts out. They're shorthanded, particularly with the Marcus Smart suspension, and it seems like he's just hitting the wall today.
Clear out for Nash. Goes up over. Trailer for the
years old much of the season. Turned 19 early February.
So the Jayhawks to win this, he's going to have to go over 30 again. Nash at the other end takes it hard.
Forte for 3. He rarely misses an open three-pointer. Back to Smart, who gives it up to Forte.
Oklahoma State needs a good possession. They need to run their sets and get a clean look at the basket.
To me, it looked like maybe that was a play where Smart could have gone in for the layup. Instead, he's trying to be unselfish and get teammates involved, like Nash here.
It's not enough just to score. They've got to get consecutive stops.
Yeah, they can't trade baskets. Not when you were down 23 at the half. Nash. Oh, good move.
Cyclones really out of sorts offensively, and there's a steal by Smart. Up ahead, Nash. LeBron Nash. Gotta figure the rest won't be very long.
And there's a TV timeout coming at 12, so good time to rest him.
Brown at the free throw line, back to Nash. Inside, it'll go.
Freshman from Wichita Falls.
He shoots 39% behind the arc, Brent. You know, he takes over a third of his team shots when he's out there. One of the more prolific scorers in this conference.
5 already here tonight. Nash. Nobody broke open, and so he just took the shot.
Staple of Bruce Weber's teams. You'd have to take it all the way back to a guy named Gene Cady at Purdue, a guy he spent 18 years with.
Murphy, Oklahoma State. You could just see them pounding him defensively. But open is Nash, and help game got there a little bit late. Gibson couldn't get on him. Nash.
We're not like Blackledge, you know.
I would have settled for, curb service at Sonic.
Yes.
Nice. Beautiful feed to Nash. Wide open. Stuffs it. 7. Brown picking it up for the Cowboys. Nash kicks Forte. Open left corner. Off iron. Rebound. Good job by Marcus Smart. Markell on the drive. Kick back corner.
Those are the kind of plays Smart made on Saturday night.
in low. And he does finish. 31-20, 73, 4.5 minutes.
The Cowboys are used to playing without Marcus Smart, aren't they? They should be okay.
And 3 whole games without it. Nash has doubled. Nash attacking. Rolls it in.
Yep.
An 11-point advantage.
January. Since the loss of Michael Cobbins right around the first year, Oklahoma State not a lot of size up front. Nash with a strong move. Brian Nash, when he arrived at Oklahoma State, was viewed as a guy who would be the savior of the program, and at least in the early
where they've turned it over. And in this ball game, a lot of these turnovers have frankly been unforced, where they're trying to create something where nothing exists.
Kansas shoots 50% from the floor on the season. 50% of the time tonight, they've turned it over 6 times in 12 possessions.
When Oklahoma State drives to the basket, taking it all the way to the rim has not worked. They're going to have to get it into the paint and then kick it back out.
But Brian knocks down a 3. Second three-pointer of the half for Kansas. Quickly in transition, LeBron Nash off the window. He's sitting at the scorer's table right now. I think he's going to have a word with Smart. He didn't go straight up. He said he wasn't balanced. Oklahoma State has it. LeBron Nash, he's all tangled up. It goes. Is the bucket going to count? The Jayhawks have been turnover prone tonight. That's 16 of them. It's Markel Brown.
Hudson Price off the iron. Shepard, though, with a rebound and cannot get the roll. You mentioned Smart. Still looking for his first points. 0 of 4 from the floor, but does dish to Nash and 1.
And that's the thing for the Cowboys. Big rebound for Murphy, who has been really good over the last 7 games on the glass. Now Nash and 1.
You protect against Tolbert being able to get to the rim, which leaves Turner wide open. And again, the best time to get a shot if you're a shooter, Brad, is from inside out. That's where it came from.
Look at that pass from Smart. How about that? How about that? Bad pass from Turner that time. Smart to Nash.
Team fast break points. Those all intertwine and correlate with one another. And that's due to Oklahoma State's much more aggressive nature on the defensive end this afternoon.
Nash over Kravitz.
Points with 13 and 14 left. Plenty of time, but they've got to not let this get away from them anymore.
Right. And the problem for Texas Tall is it's going to be easy for Nash. Hammonds will get an assist. A little showtime for LeBron because there's so much on the line for so many teams. That's a huge game in Morgantown.
Yeah, obviously, potentially the win. I mean, not potentially. The winner will have the leg up in terms of NCAA tournament possibilities.
Fouls.
Holly, what did Coach Drew have to say?
Well, I asked him if he thought that their double overtime game on Saturday had any effect on their ability to have energy tonight, and he said no question. They're mentally tired. They're just making mistakes that we don't normally make. He said our offense has got to get better in the second half. Better passes, work together better. Guys,
Oklahoma State must close out possessions with the defensive glass. I've got to tell you, Travis Ford has 4 timeouts left in this game. He has to rest the players that are on the floor some.
Nash double. Dribbles it back outside, now attacks. They let him stick right with it, and he did finally finish.
Brown short on that one. Good rebound inside Nash and puts it home.
I like the pace of this game for the Cowboys right now.
Williams. Loose ball. Nash puts it in.
Right now.
Guys in for the rebound. Cowboys trying to chip away at a 4-point deficit. Nash in the elbow. Ball fake. Left-handed stuff. And 6 out of 17. Nash inside, flips that up and in, and so a double-double for Spangler.
10th of the season.
What's the biggest area where the Cowboys miss Marcus Smart as Nash puts that in for 9 of them? Or I guess the best way to put it, he's missed 9 minutes of playing.
Yep.
So hasn't gotten a lot of rest.
Remember, Travis Ford's got 4 timeouts left, which he'll use them probably judiciously, even the rest of these guys with a lead. Unstoppable.
Nash powers his way to the basket.
Offensive end.
And this game is very close already in the first half to getting away from the Cowboys. 10-0 run. The Longhorns from the outside have been particularly deadly. Forte couldn't get the shot off. That was good defense by Felix. Nash scores under the basket.
And now Texas is in such a rhythm on the offensive end, getting stops defensively and led to runouts, 3-point shots, layups, everything coming easy for the Longhorns.
Here's Nash. Working his way closer, scores with a foul. Beautiful move.
5 guys that fit how he wants to coach. Gym rats, guys are going to put the Longhorn name first before the name on the back of the jersey and just want to be there, learn every.
7.3 seconds, just the second Texas turnover. Now it's Brown who wants the final shot. Nash, 2 seconds, spinning. Nash scores at the buzzer. So there's a positive. Nash came up short. Sager did find a way to save the ball in bounds. Brian Nash right by the defense. And has provided. Good look, and Nash challenged at the rim. Got his own miss and dunks it home with a foul.
I like that.
Jay Crockett, they have an excellent player in Jay Crockett. There's no doubt in my mind that Tubby Smith will be able to turn that program around as he's won each and every place that he's been.
Texas totally turned around this year. Texas Tech on their way. SMU north of here. What a year for SMU, ranked for the first time since 1985. Taylor's one of them. There's just so many of them.
Marcus Foster had 34 points against this Texas team this past weekend. He's been tremendous.
Yeah.
Matt Thomas, the freshman for Iowa State.
Monte Morris has started performance this past weekend against Baylor. Nash and the Cowboys. LeBron Nash gets the soft roll off.
Confidence they have on the floor. And at the end of the day, your big players got to show up. Marcus Smart, Markel Brown, LeBron Nash, they have to make the plays. They have to play better for Travis Ford.
Here is Nash down low for the finish.
He's the point guard, and he is really the only point guard Tubby Smith has. That's why you got to try to take the ball to the rim and see if Turner presents any type of resistance.
Amari Murphy starts the second half for Oklahoma State. He's also got 2 fouls, as does Markel Brown. Smart double teamed. Shot clock at 10. Nash driving and 1.
Should have absolutely sent the trap at Marcus Smart.
And rims out for Tapsoba. Nash pulls up. It's good, and it's a.
Williams open again. Not this time, but Nash has left the lane underneath.
Midcourt, the 2 big point guards. Caden's got 2, Brent. I would try to isolate him with Smart. Smart's only got 1 foul.
Smart comes out to screen for Brown, but he'd already picked up his dribble, so he gives it up. Here comes Nash. Attacks the paint, left hand. Good driving pass by Morris on that alley-oop. What a great feed that was.
He kept it simple, put it right on the money.
Nash outside, knocks down the deuce, gets it right back. The 360, gave it up for the easy layup.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I bet Morris has passed to Kane on more than one occasion this year.
And 1. Nash on the free throw line after the layup by Thomas.
Sure was. Smart was down. They didn't get a chance to recover.
Oklahoma State up by 3. Big 12 showdown here tonight in Stillwater.
Monty Morris is not leaving Phil Forte.
Here's Nash. Niang is there. Nash, fade, left baseline, yes. Up by 3, and it's the Cowboys' turn, coming down to the inside of 2:50 now. I should say, yes, we're down to 2:45 already. And here, moving inside is Nash through the lane. Running left.
Well, I'd say dance with who brung you. Go back inside to Nash.
They're looking to bring him over to that side. Forte pops out. Nash a little bit further away, so he's going to back down on Hogue. Hogue stays with him. And Edgem had to be careful. He's playing. Here comes Brown, coach. And Oklahoma State basketball up 1 minute and a half remaining. Smart. Edgem jumps on him, and Nash jumps into that paint and lays it in again.
Pin out, but he found Hogue.
Nash is doubled. Now he fades away and ties it. O'Kane coming down toward the minute and a half mark again.
They're trying to free Forte, but Monty Morris doing a good job of shadowing him.
Yeah, Morris has done a very good job on him tonight. So they go back inside to Nash, who spins around, and with the left hand.
Does have some of the skill set where he can handle the ball just a bit from his forward spot. Heslip, good shooter. This is for the outside.
Markel Brown went over the top, tried to shortcut a great shooter. You can't get Heslip that much daylight.
Baylor got back in transition D. Cowboys will try to run when they can.
That's when they're at their best. They average 20 transition points per game. That's 10th in the nation, best in this league. It's a 1-1-3 zone. They really discourage that pass getting to the corner. You have to ball fake it, shot fake it, attack the short corner when you can.
That's a good spot to attack the zone.
Touch the game in every area. He just did it defensively.
Stevie Clark has checked in for the first time for the Cowboys. Extra ball handler for Oklahoma State. Nash again near that spot with a catch. Tries to dribble through the defense. Clark back to Nash. Dunks it home. Taking the ball to the basket is not the strength of his game, but Jefferson had a good look. Missed that one. It's been ragged in the first 12 minutes of this game on both sides. Nash is playing well.
Yeah, he shut the... And that's why I said earlier, I know Stevie Clark's a 40% three-point shooter, but you have to make Baylor prove they can guard you in this ball game. Second best team in the nation. That's going to be a dogfight because the #1 team is so far out in front, UConn. That's what I have my eyes on. Who's the second best team in the country?
Yeah, there are two questions, right? Who's #2, and whoever it is, do they have a shot when it comes down to it to beat #1? Brian Nash into the lane. Strong move of Brian Nash.
How quick was that, Dave? Brady Heslip wide open from 3. Whichever one you want right now would be a good decision.
What a shot from Brady Heslip. End of the 7-0 run that was punctuated by that big dunk by Brown. Nash into the lane, scores.
But Brian Nash continues to use this. Not at all. They have a chance to save their season right now. Kansas comes into Waco on Tuesday. I will be there. And then they go to Oklahoma next Saturday. This is the stretch for Baylor right now to save their season.
Nash with the left hand. What a move for Brian Nash.
Well, Smart takes a seat with that second foul. You'll be watching. And here is Nash again in the paint. Left hand. Beautiful, beautiful move.
Brent?
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Oklahoma, Fran, once up by 17, and the Cowboys have whittled away here.
Watch this inbounds play. Oklahoma State does a good job of scoring out of these.
Nash hasn't scored the second half.
primarily because of the point guard play of Staten, and just as I said that, he turns it over.
Nash at the rim. Lays it in and one.
Oh, man.
That thing just died as it hit the rim and then the basket. Debo with a 3.
9-ball side pocket.
Nash using the ball fake. And one.
Look at Forte.
Wow, what a save, Forte. Nash with a one-handed throwdown. And just like that, the lead. State quick to the rim. 18 for Jawan State.
It's the first time I've seen him this year, John, and it's amazing how much better player he is. He's playing like a first-team all-league Big 12 player.
Been very aggressive. Here's Nash slicing through and one.
Wow. Oh, that's a good inbounds play.
Nash and one. He's done it again. Come up with a win here today.
Oh, post up. Nice.
Good look. Plus the foul. And again, one of the storylines in this game, Marcus Smart, 2 points, and he's been saddled with foul trouble most of the game. Nash, and that's a new career high.
Anybody in the country are playing strong side, weak side, shifting the eyes and the feet of the defense. Great seal by Ellis, and the finish.
Oklahoma State 15-2, an 82-50 win over TCU on Wednesday night. Nash makes his move to the hoop, and he lays it in. Two-man game. Selden fires off the mark.
Off on that one, but Wayne Selden Jr. has really shot the 3 well since they started conference play. And offensively, after the timeout, if you're Kansas, but Kansas was just so good in that first half. I don't know that it would have mattered, but big picture, he allows you to set your rotation. He puts guys in positions of comfort on the floor. Nice.
High screen, Embiid. Selden. Tough shot. Never hits the rim. And it's controlled by Nash for the Cowboys.
And still 4 minutes to go. Still time.
Count it.
Yeah.
Goaltender.
Embiid and Trailer comes in from the backside.
Clark lobs it in. Nash to the rim.
Major point make of the year, but only on 21 attempts. He missed him last year. Only played 3 games before he had the knee injury, but Clint Johnson knows how important he is to the future of this program.
He missed the first 3 this year with the same knee injury, and then broke his hand against Harvard and missed some time. He is a legitimate inside-outside threat.
So is LeBron Nash.
Down to his left shoulder until he felt contact, and then drop-stepped over his right shoulder with a nice little soft left-handed jump hook.
He's already won over his season average. He's got 9 in the game to lead the Frogs in scoring. Nash slithers around to get his second bucket. Nash blows by Fields. And an and one opportunity. Nash has.
Marcus Smart just out here playing with Brandon Parrish.
Nash elevates over Emmerich Fields.
There's something that he can work on and improve at.
That in the threes. It's been up and down. He's just 33%. Last year was 31% from 3. Like tonight when he hit his first 3 threes. It can be done, and Nash was getting it done the second half.
10 to shoot for the Mountaineers. And Oklahoma State with a good job defensively on the half court.
Much better keeping West Virginia in front.
And Nash has an and one opportunity. Again, he slices right in the middle of Bob Hudson's. Little point press on the half court here. A little high trap. That gives the Cowboys energy to get a turnover. Nash can tie it.
Nash drive first. Cut him off. And then again, that improved mid-range game from Staten right there.
Second time in the half he's used that step back jumper. Nash, nice angle inside. He's got 9. Wiggins wants a set. This is where he wants to go. Williams. And the ever-present Marcus Smart gets the board and leads the break. Amazing. Nash zooms around Williams. Great play by LeBron Nash.
This is the first time I've seen him in person, Mitch. I mean, much more impressive than I even anticipated.
Nash using the screen from Forte and slithers underneath the score. 16 for Nash.
Player has made here this afternoon. He's been really good.
Ooh, Smart gets the slip. Nash and LeBron Nash.
Good defense leading to good offense. Forcing the turnover in the zone. Off the miss. Cowboys playing a little Texas ball. Running with tempo. What a move by Brian Williams. Nino trying to create a replay of this game from a year ago with a quick 5 points. Smart's pass finds Nash, who lays it in.
But was attacked by 3 defenders.
Thomas in traffic in the lane, loses it, long pass. Nash adjusts nicely in traffic coming into this game.
This is one of the reasons why this guy right here, Thomas Gibson, has stepped up his game. He's thinner this year. He's quicker. He's got better footwork and more confidence as an offensive player.
Our 4th tie of this first half. We've had 6 lead changes as well. It's been back and forth. Nash saw an opening down the left side of the lane. Lays it in out the depth. He can't afford to give away too many fouls and has to use that zone defense.
And clearly he was worried about Thomas Gibson and the matchup in the paint. But they're really good man, but they have played zone all season long, so it's not like something they had to go deep in their play.
K-State won that game 73-67. When we are finished here, Colorado State, New Mexico coming your way.
Just a play that will come with experience for Javon Thomas as he grows into his role as a point guard for Kansas State.
Nash from 17, splash. I don't know about you, Tim. I did not expect the offensive output today that they're getting from the freshman Javon Thomas, and this just his 3rd game.
Well, just when you thought the stage might be a little bit big for the youngster from NYC, he says, no, thank you. I'm from the New York suburb of Queens.
Thomas has 8 off the bench for K-State. Nash scoring.
Morris over the last 6 or 7 years has been one of the best mid-major programs in all of America in terms of winning totals.
Feed it inside and going up and scoring is Nash. He is suffering from the flu, as many of us have in the month of December, but feeling probably the best he's felt in weeks here tonight. On the baseline, bumped is LeBron.
Those are the numbers we're talking about. The guards scoring on both sides. Huge percentage of the points in this game. Brian Nash. Step back and scores. Smooth move. Never full recruit since Chauncey Billups. Just an indication of the way the Buffalo's program has grown over the last 4 years. They just haven't had a lot of those over the course of the many years of their program. Things are different now in Boulder. Nash had good position and scores.
And he's a guy that's not a great shooter, about 27%, but these freshmen are growing. They're going to be ready for Pac-12 play. Chad Boyle's done a good job of getting them a lot of minutes.
Here's Marcus Smart. Another good pass. This time Nash. How about Forte from Smart. Not this time. Loose ball, though, grabbed by the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think that was LeBron Nash, who last year got an offensive rebound on 3% of the possessions. And tonight, he gets
Yeah, must be important.
That was the 4th foul against Kamari Murphy.
I like Markel Brown. He's directing traffic now.
Nash with contact. Scores.
Delaware State right here in the man, and now they're a little confused because they're switching everything, and a great recognition right there. I think they're better defensively this year. They contain the basketball way better, and I think maybe the rule changes have helped in that. I think it's made not only Oklahoma State but other teams that are committed to defense more conscientious of moving your feet and being in correct defensive position.
Good sharing of the basketball.
I was so impressed I failed to mention that was a great pass from Clark.
No doubt.
You know, Clark knew he was coming down that left side. Gave it up to him early enough where he had a little room, which he doesn't need much of, to operate.
Had a little bit of an audio issue a moment ago, but we're back in range. Big 6'5" guard able to get the shot up and over Phil Forte. Cuts the Cowboy advantage to a dozen. Good play for the last shot. Just lead of the night. And another steal. And Nash throws it down. Bell with his first points on the last possession for Delaware State. Now Doyle. And it's 54-28.
Both from Louisiana taking on La Tech here today. Another missed three-pointer from Cordarius Johnson. Nash drives in. It'll count.
Oklahoma State, their 4s and 5s do a great job too of running the floor.
What a play by Smart. Good move by Massey to get to the other end of the basket, but he still can't convert.
And it's just not in Louisiana Tech's nature to show patience in the half court.
What a move.
Things that makes him special is he does realize and understand that there's a lot of pieces on this team, and one of them's right here.
Good read by Nash.
Because producing those opportunities is very difficult. You can't go through the motions in the half court set offensively.
Nash pulls up. Overs against just 5 field goals. And right now it's the Cowboys winning the turnover battle. Smart. Oh, good wraparound pass. Nash with.
And what those guys will do sometimes, Dave, is when that shot blocker leaves his feet, as soon as he hits the floor, they're back up quickly so that the defender can't recover.
Problem for the Bulldogs, Brendan, they went cold there for 4 minutes. That's their first field goal in that stretch after they pulled to within 6.
Nationally in that category. And Louisiana Tech has on average, almost a +6 advantage. Good
at getting to the paint.
That's where Hakevicius goes. A little help here. Unfair that he's got to defend Marcus Smart on the perimeter.
South Carolina right here, Mitch, showing some zone.
Forte is running the ball, but won't get there because LeBron Nash takes care of the possession.
And that's a big blow right there because he goes to the bench with 13 plus left, and he's a guy that you need on the floor against the athleticism of Oklahoma State.
Nash offhand with the roll. Okay, how much has he figured out? Found. Up 11. Again, it's all the other stuff he does. He's like Smart.
And he came in raw, and what he's done is really worked hard on his jump shot. And he has made some tweaks throughout the years, and he's become an excellent shooter.
Okay, South Carolina needs that from Tyrone Johnson, not just tonight, but all year. He's the Villanova transfer. That's only his second three-point make of the year, but they got to find somebody that can shoot it. And Johnson can score. Now, he had 18 against Florida International and 18 against Longwood. But to win SEC games, they've got to have him knocking down some shots.
And they've got to have him continuing to get the foul line. And you see Nash facing up right there. But Johnson.
ESPN. One thing Frank Martin will do is bring back what's good about South Carolina basketball from the past. B.J. Mackey, Alex English, Mike Dunleavy, Frank McGuire. He did that at Kansas State. He's secure enough in himself to realize he's not the first guy to coach there. It isn't that important in bringing your program.
Austin Nichols coming up perhaps his best game of the season in their last run on Friday night against LSU. 19 points. Brian Nash.
Yep. And you never know the way a team responds to a loss like that. And it could be for the best.
Memphis, a very basketball-crazy town, and their fan base was really shaken more than most might think by that one loss. The crash for this game. Lead at 4.
Remember, Nash has taken 1 3 so far this season. 118 a year ago.
Nice mid-range stroke. And Nichols, tough move, well contested, and LeBron Nash back the other way. Nash on the look at that! Oh, that's amazing.
And Roger Ayers, Oklahoma State in their road orange, win the opening tip against Butler in the home white unis.
Marcus Smart's going to handle the ball. Travis Ford runs a bunch of set plays. Look for him to post Smart up at some point.
That's the first touch for Smart.
And right off the bat, Cameron Woods is going to guard him, their center. Not unusual, really, because he's become in foul trouble yesterday for Brandon Miller, already making an impact.
This is a Butler team that just by its nature will not go away.
There's a winning culture that's been built here over the last decade. You look at all the great coaches that have been here.
Nash, left side, nice move.
Last couple of days, and they said, look, we thought he'd be a good NBA player, but if he continues to make that outside shot, then it's lights out. I'm talking about a Jason Kidd, Dwayne Wade type athlete.
Here's number 21, Kamari Murphy, over to Smart.
Mismatch inside, Barlow on Nash. Will they double?
Nash, nice. Here's Smart. Preseason player of the year. Mid post, Nash muscles his way in. Oklahoma State lead down to single digits, 46-38. 3.5 gone by in the second half. Smith behind the back. Smart, rather, behind. Brown. Had him knocked away by Nash. Here's Forte, 3-on-1 Cowboys.
The ball at this point in the year, the loss of Stevie Clark is not a major loss.
Smart off the baseline curl. Cobbins making himself big, looking for the post up. LeBron Nash on the drive, and that's his game. LeBron Nash
taking the ball to the body.
Markel Brown running the point for the Cowboys. Here's Forte. LeBron Nash on the post up. No double team, and he makes them pay for it, friend.
That's a good
drive and a turnover. Oklahoma State with numbers. They got a 3-on-2. Nash with the flush.
Had they recruited Phil Forte, he would have been a lot like a Brady Morningstar, Tyrell Reed, Connor Frankamp. They might have gotten a chance to get the other guy who's not a bad player.
Yeah. Out of the timeout, let's see what they run. Good ball movement. LeBron Nash with a good show and go.
And it says, how aggressively does Marcus Smart play on both ends of the floor? Is he willing to drive into traffic?
Inside to LeBron Nash, got a mismatch, and scores it out of the timeout. Man, they have been
Sun Dome, which seats 10,000, and they are expecting a good crowd here tonight
for a game against the number 5 team in the country in Oklahoma State in the orange. As South Florida opens up in the man-to-man. Underneath, LeBron Nash been working on that through all of practice earlier today. Some boos from the crowd every time Marcus Smart touches the ball. As the plan here today for Stan Heath certainly is they don't want him scoring 39 points, obviously. Near steal. Shot clock got reset. Nice give.
Devontae Hawkins, speaking of Michigan, from Flint, the sophomore.
A well-designed out-of-bounds play coming out of the timeout. That's how I evaluate coaches. How they come out of timeouts, how their teams execute their plays, especially in side-outs and baseline out-of-bounds.
Only as Javonte Hawkins from Flint worked with Mateen Cleaves, former Michigan State star. Oklahoma State saw a lead cut to 5, about 4.5 minutes to go first half. Cowboys ran out the half, highlighted by Marcus Smart's 60-foot heave, which, by the way, are the last 3 points he has scored in the game. At how long his suspension will last. There's Nash on a tough baseline drive.
I used to look forward to road trips because I didn't have to go to class. Now you got to go to class.
And they know if you're not.
Yeah, they know.
There's cameras in those Max. Here's Nash accelerating. He scores and he'll get to the line.
One game. They beat Austin Peay on Thursday. Every other team in the country had played a game before they finally played one. Oklahoma State has played 3 games, and they won those 3 games by 56 points, 53 points, and 34 points. But, of course, all you have to do is take a look at
Trent Johnson. Not only has he got to rebuild a program that struggled in another league, but you raise the level of the league that you're in. And he's had a couple of more key injuries. He's had really bad luck his first couple of years. So instead of maybe a big turnaround his third year, it might take to start the second half. And they're now 5 of 9 from behind the arc. They are playing confidently. I've said that several times, and it shows you right there out of the gate. Say 10 turnovers on Pine Bluff. Cowboys have turned it over just 6 times. Nash, a little fall. Now, there's been some comparable teams with less athleticism. Brown's pass tip. Nash able to haul it in. Another 3 put up, but not going down for Utah Valley. And here come the Cowboys again. Nash pulls up. He knocks it down. It's been even more impressive is just his ability to make good decisions once he's gotten there so far this season. That was a beautiful pass. You know, those shots that were falling for Oklahoma State in the first half, not falling in the second half, but yet they've still increased their advantage. They've done a pretty good job of managing the decision-making process. See, if they're not falling, this is where you go. You attack perfect. Getting back in transition. Tough shot. No good. Cowboys with the board. Smart across the timeline. And the left hand jam is good, and the Cowboys are on. And that was Pryor that time. And D'Angelo Pryor with 7 points to lead Mississippi Valley State. Nash ball away good. Christian Sager is checked in for the Pokes. Clark with the basketball, gives it up. Jumper up and down for LeBron. If I'm Oklahoma State right here, I want to get something moving to the basket. And not a situation like that. Not settling for jumpers. Offensively, but you don't want to overdo it because that also can lead to open jump shots.
Milstein, air ball. Clark penetrates, dishes, dunk by LeBron.